Is there a way that these prophecies are going to be prevented? Or who is going to pray over them so that they don't happen? Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. Now, there are three prophecies here. I want us to talk about these prophecies. The first one was given by Pastor Ezekiel, saying that there is one prominent leader, there is one prominent politician who is going to die. And I think I played that video, and it has really caught in a lot of attention, and people are really praying, asking God, asking that if there is a way that this thing can be prevented, then let it be prevented before it lands Kenyans, or it lands Kenyans into a very painful mourning, which is right. Now leaving alone the prophecy of Pastor Ezekiel. You know, sometimes they say that when one prophet prophesies about something, perhaps maybe it was like an hallucination. But now this one is not an hallucination. This one is more than serious. Because now there are three prophets who have prophesied about this thing. Number one, I've told you about Pastor Ezekiel, in which I want you to listen to the way Pastor Ezekiel was saying concerning this prophecy. Listen to Pastor Ezekiel.
Yuko mtu mwanasiasa anakuja kupigwa na kukufa. Na itakuja kushtua nchi ya Kenya kwa kiwango cha ajabu. Lakini sasa siwezi nikamwambia.
That is Pastor Ezekiel's prophecy. Now, I want us to now I want us to go to this prophet by the name of Abel Buma. Abel Buma is not a Kenyan prophet. Abel Buma is a Nigerian prophet. But he was saying something about Kenya. There's a prophecy that he was saying about Kenya, and there's some of the things that he said. Number one thing that he said, he talked about flood, and he said that the flood that is in Kenya is not a punishment, but rather it's like a revival. Kenyan flood is not a punishment that maybe God is punishing Kenyans for what they did or what they've done, but it's a form of revival. There are some of the things that God feels like he needs to do away with in Kenya so that new generation can be born, or new generation.
And I stood in the city of Nairobi city. I'm talking about East Africa, Kenya. And they're like, oh, how do we do to solve this problem? Man of God, how do we do to solve this problem? The reason for the rainfall is for the revival of the nation. It's not because of the wickedness, no. It is for the revival. The Lord is shaking the country. So the rainfall is for the nation to receive revival. That's what the Lord is saying.
Ahead and talked about these. We talked about the people that have been imprisoned, those who are in prison, those who are in jail. And he said that there are some who are in prison who are not guilty, but now the guilty ones are walking outside very freely, and God is very angry with that. And that is why there is something that is going to happen in Kenya, which is not going to be is going to be very much painful.
Strange smells that will be coming out. So we have to, we call it Westland. Okay, so we pray for Kenya. We spoke about the first flood, but this is the second flood. It's time for the nation to seek God. You are abusing, you are insulting, you are doing what you feel is good. The wickedness of that country is too much. You know why? The Lord said there is a lot of people in your prisons that are innocent. He said, for justice to take place, I will do my part. The Lord showed me the prison in Kenya. A lot of innocent people are in the prison. So, Mr. President, please, you are not facing the consequences because you are the president. You are facing the consequences because you came in at the wrong time. The mercy of God was upon the nation when Benny Hinn came to the country, but it wasn't all it fulfilled. The coming of Benny Hinn was able to save your life, Mr. Ruto, but for this flawed is the consequences of the country because of the injustice. That's what the Lord is saying. They should revisit the issues of people in their prison who are innocent, who are crying for justice, who are dead asking God to shake the nation. So, Mr. President or Mr. Justice, go to your prison and revisit these cases. There are innocent people. Your policemen arrested them just because they choose to put people in the prison, the people they want. And the people they don't want are free. The killers are free. The murderers are free. The innocent people are in the prison. They are crying. They are shouting. They are asking for justice. It's so unfortunate you came when God intends in this nation. So they're talking about injustice. And why also...
And he also went ahead and told President William Ruto to be very much, in which I was trying to connect it with the prophecy of Pastor Ezekiel, because Pastor Ezekiel was saying that one of the prominent leaders, one of the prominent politician, in fact, is going to die and is going to be beaten. And then this prophet by the name of Abel Buma also said, this one, we went direct to Pastor Ezekiel, to William Ruto, and he told William Ruto that, Mr. President, please, Mr. President, be very careful wherever you are. Add more security, because the people that you are working with are already compromised. So it's like the prophecy of Ezekiel and this one of Boma. So the prophecy of Prophet Abel Boma is giving us now direct who Pastor Ezekiel was talking, because Pastor Ezekiel said that I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to mention his name, because even if I mention his name, you won't believe me. So Abel have already told us who the person is by saying that that William Ruto, that is the president, should be very careful wherever he goes, because the people that he is working with are already compromised. So it means that the prophecy of Pastor Ezekiel was referring to William Samuel Ruto, that is the president.
The Lord is talking about Ruto. Please be very careful, Mr. Ruto, of the places you are visiting. Increase your security. I beg you in the name of God. Increase your security wherever you are going. You are not protected. Your security is following you. Some of them are compromised. I will tell you nothing but the truth. I'm not afraid. Some of your security guards are compromised. They are waiting for the right time to leave you behind, for your enemies to attack you. I'm not here to entertain you, Mr. President. It only takes time for the manifestation to show. God has healed you from your health challenges with the visitation of Benny Hinn. But this time, they can't kill you spiritually. They are coming for you physically. Increase your security and withdraw from the certain place you visit. You can send your vice president, but be careful of the people you visit.
That was not enough. The third prophecy, the third prophet that prophesies about Kenya again is Prophet Uebert Angel. Uebert Angel also prophesied about Kenya. He saw an angel of the Lord landing into a mountain. And after landing into a mountain, it's like this angel was folding, those who have attended. I happened to attend one of the burials of one of the great men, one of the politicians, and I saw the way the flag was being folded. You know, the flag of Kenya is folded and then is normally given to the bereaved family. So that is what he was saying. He was saying that he saw an angel folding the flag. After folding the flag is given, and then the flag is being given to the bereaved family, and this person is being buried. And then after that, he was again taken into another prophecy, and he saw the flag of the country being put halfway. So anytime we know very well that when a flag is put halfway, is either a very prominent leader has died, or someone who was a leader has passed on.
I saw it. The first thing I saw is a country of Kenya. And it is something that really troubled my spirit, because in the vision I began to see like it was an angel of the Lord. And the angel was really, he planted his feet on top of a mountain, facing Nairobi. And in his hands, he was clasping the flag of the nation of Kenya. And as I saw the flag of Kenya, it was as though he was folding it the way they would do it in America, where you fold a flag and give it to the deceased relatives.
Wow.
Where you want to give somebody who has lost a relative, and you are burying the person, and after burying the person, they take a flag and put it. He did not show me that, but in the vision, I could feel that's what is happening.
Wow.
Then from there, I saw him move with God's speed, and I saw him stand in the center of Nairobi. That's Kenya I'm talking about right now.
I'm getting.
And a pole appeared. You know that flag? I don't know what you call it. And he began to hoist the flag. And when he got to the top, it's like a big thud, happened. And everyone in the surrounding area began to look towards that center. And they looked up, and he began to lower the flag down. So the flag became half-mast. This is Kenya I'm talking about. And I heard the voice of the Lord saying, this is not the angel of death. But the angel of death is already in the country of Kenya. And I heard it will cause the flag to go halfway. So I'm not talking about I'm talking about Kenya now. So whenever the flag is going halfway, it might mean a government official. It might mean somebody of great importance not that people are not important. I'm talking about politically here. Or somebody that they revere, or a former this or whatever. I'm just giving you whatever it is, but I know.
Wow.
Why am I giving you in this way? Because of what I'm about to tell you. So God said, begin to pray. For I've given you many days and weeks to pray against it. And when you say weeks, it might be 14 days. All right? That's weeks. You've already gone to 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, then maybe you might go to 2 years after that. I don't know. But when you say 2, when you say many weeks, 2 is many weeks.
Enough, yeah.
Get it.
All right. Then he says, I've given you days and weeks. So if we manage to push the weeks, the days, it will get to a week. Then we are able to push the second week. Now we've gotten to weeks.
Weeks now.
So in that period of 2 weeks, we have the power to shift. Because the idea here is not to say, let God do it. It's all right. No. So I've given you a time, but I want to tell you something. I don't want to make you lose your faith. Most times, when I come here to say these things, it might mean it's very difficult to change them. I don't know if they're getting this.
We're getting it. We're getting it.
But since there is an instruction from God, we just do it anyway. We are going to do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're going to pray against the death angel.
Yes, sir.
But from there, I begin to look back to where the angel was standing prior to coming in the center of Nairobi. And I begin to see, as it were, a portal, a red portal, like like a portal had opened, but beneath it like a whirlwind. I did not see any angel and anything there. And the Lord said, there is a death angel. And he said he's just waiting for an instruction to trigger, as it were, a switch.
God.
Is it many? Is it one? We are praying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And remember, when I give you this, when I come back again, it is refined every moment. I come back. If God has given me something new to add to it, I add it. But I want you to pray for Kenya. Pray for politicians there.
Yes, sir.
Pray for the head of state, Ruto.
Yes, sir.
Pray for his wife.
Yes, sir.
Pray for his cabinet. Pray for the opposition. Pray for everyone. Pray for ministers.
Yes, sir.
Pray again for the nation of Kenya. Every person in Kenya is important. Pray for them.
Yes, sir.
Because these that I've mentioned cannot be politicians and cannot be president and first lady of a country unless there is a nation and there are people in the nation to rule over.
Amen.
So this is what I saw. An angel of death in the city. Not just in the city, in the whole country, but in the vision. I saw the location. So I'm just mentioning the location for you. Sometimes in visions, you just mention where you saw the angel. It might mean something when it happens. Did I say if? But now, it might mean something if it happens. When it happens, might mean something. But as I'm seeing the whole thing, it was an issue of Kenya. I don't even know whether we have people that are coming from Kenya now.
It is my prayer that we'll find a solution to this, or we as Kenyans should now go back on our knees and pray so hard so that these things may not, okay, in as much as, you know, the things that have been seen, it is very easy to prevent what has been seen by the prophets, other than something that have not been seen, because it will not be like an abrupt thing. This thing, okay, it has been said by one person, the second person, the third person, and we can't say that these people normally communicate. You know, these people don't communicate. I guess Pastor Ezekiel don't even know who Prophet Uebert angel is, and Uebert does not even know who Prophet Abel Buma is. So these people don't always coordinate. They don't even talk. So you can't tell me that these ones are false things. But the main thing is here, Kenyans, we really like assuming things. Let us just speak the truth. I am a Kenyan. But the problem that we have in Kenya is that, like, we really like assuming things. We take things for granted, and we take things very lightly. But it is my prayer and my request that let us not take these things very lightly. If the way Pastor Ezekiel said that this thing can be prevented, Ezekiel said very well that it can be prevented. But the only problem is that even if we say it, the people will not take us very serious, because they normally criticize us every now and then. So my biggest worry, my biggest question is, until when will the prophecies come and then we Kenyans continue assuming? Or are we waiting up to the time that now this thing will have to happen? And Boma also said that this was just the flood that is just ending. This is the first wave. And he's saying that the second wave is coming, and it will be called the second chapter. It is my prayer. My thought is that it is my prayer that we Kenyans, let us now be sensitive, because where we are heading to is not a very, we know very well that, in as much as we know very well that the flood is almost all over, but this one now of ours is very serious. And I had some people asking that why is it that these prophets normally prophesy about Kenya, they don't prophesy about other countries. Uebert angel prophesied about Kenya, at the same time prophesied about South Africa, in which right now the people of South Africa have started their prayers. So it's upon us, we Kenyans, it's either we assume what is happening or what we have been told by the prophets, or we act as much as we can, as much as possible, so that we can prevent all these things from happening. I don't know what you think. I just want to listen. I just want to see your point, your comment at the comment section. But a reminder, if it is the first time that we're meeting, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, so that any moment there is a video that we've uploaded, it can be very easy for you to be notified, so that you can also know what is really going on and what is happening in our county. I'm very happy for those who are joining us. There are some who are telling us that they're from Toronto. It is very nice. I really appreciate that. And as I normally say, that feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication. I'll not fail to thank you very much. Please continue subscribing, continue watching this channel, and please, if you can share this video to as many people also as possible, so that we can be alert, because not everybody knows what is happening. Please, I'd like you to share and also like us to meet in the next video if it is possible. I've been your host, Boniface Owino. Bye-bye.